so I'm trying
It's
to
all
like
good.
jump in here, and yeah. But yeah, I think the other advantage, and this is a short thing in terms of Ironclaw versus other systems that I think I really like, and I think other people respond to well. I play D&D with a lot of people, and these days everyone wants to make a very unique person, you know, like they want to mix and match. Like the classes don't cut it anymore. They need to be multi-classing all these homebrew
I'm going
classes.
to interrupt you and say people always wanted to play weirdos. D&D
Yeah.
told people they didn't want to.
Yeah, there you go. So I think that everyone that I've shown Ironclaw to has responded very well to it, and it's because of that the gift system makes it so granular. So you really have a lot of control, even if there's not a race you want in the book. All of the species are literally just collections of these building blocks. You could make your own very simply. So I think that's powerful. I think that's where D&D is headed, honestly.
A lot of games are headed there. Like one thing I've noticed about the immediacy games, like Powered by the Apocalypse and Blades in the Dark, are these games throw a sheet in front of you. They say, this is a weirdo. Pick one of these classes. And here's a bunch of weird abilities. Pick a couple you can start with. And then when you level up, pick more of these as you get higher. And they're very simple, discreet, and usually, like in the better games, they're huge. They're sweeping. They're like, you can kill a bunch of people. You can just get out of one dangerous situation for free. And there's a lot of immediacy and giving you unique abilities right off the bat. And as much as I love Ironclaw that we're playing today, Ironclaw is a 2008 game. So we're working on ways to modernize it up. I mean, I love it, but it's a 2008 game.
Yeah, well, let's get started. I had some tech difficulty, so I apologize for the lateness. But we're here now, and it seems to be working. So let's start with a really quick recap of last session, and then we're going to do everybody's character mottos and current goals. And I will hand out gifts for those of you that accomplished your personal goals last session.
Yeah, because we did.
Because you did. People did. All right. So quick recap first. So last session, you guys were hired by the Archbishop Brecken to go and investigate the or go negotiate the capture of one Tassobianco, a fabled bandit, who is responsible for attacking and killing nobles passing through the haunted wood by the town of Mage Cross. So the current king, Vaslov Jakoba, has declared that he's going to burn this whole place to the ground, but the Archbishop thinks that there's a subtler approach, and he has sent you guys in. It took you 3 days to get there. You ran into a bunch of the locals, and you deduced that if you traveled into the woods at night, you would probably run into this Tassobianco and his gang, and you did, So you guys were in the middle of an encounter with the bandits when from the darkness, a silvery shade appeared, bearing resemblance to the late King Rinaldi. And at the sight of this, the bandits had basically thrown up their arms. They've ceased fighting, and Tasso himself has taken a reverent stance, has kind of like dropped to one knee in the presence of this ghost creature. And that's where we're going to be picking it up today. So let's go around and talk about mottos and goals. I'm going to start top left with Theta.
Yeah, I am Father Elrich. I am a Quailing Almoner. I have the personality of Ataraxic, and my motto is, the dark cannot claim, what the light cannot surrender. And yeah, have that goal to bring justice to Tassobianco.
All right. And next up we have Arcloid with Connor.
I am Arcloid. I play Connor Laverde Crevis, the Brazen Raccoon Knight. He has the goals of finding a squire and to bring Tassobianco to justice. His motto is one hand washes the other.
All right. And next we have Griffin playing Gaston.
That's right. I'm playing Gaston, the Ibis Warlock. He has a determined personality, and his motto is perfection incarnate. His goals are to capture the man and leader and to prove he was the better fighter.
All right, and last we have Rafferty with Anushka.
Yes. Hello. Do you mind? Okay. Yes. I am Norman Rafferty. I am playing Anushka, the microbat messenger. Or my motto is no fear and serve with joy. And I believe my contract specifically specifies no Hamlet. So I'm annoyed at this ghost interruption. I'm not,
Okay.
no Hamlet, no Titus, and especially no Scottish play.
Gotcha. And here we are dealing with vengeful spirits. What are you gonna do? So let's see here. We've got gifts from last session. I know I wrote them down here somewhere. There we go. All right. So traditionally in this game, when you complete goals, the host will hand out careers, and you are welcome to take the offered careers, or you can choose not to and take 5 experience points instead.
No, it's gifts, not careers.
I'm sorry, I was saying careers, but yes, meant gifts. So you can pick gifts, and yes. I was saying careers because Anushka, the gift that I'm going to offer you is increased trait for your career. As you successfully delivered a message, delivered several messages.
That sounds about right. That's what I've been doing.
And for Father Elrich, you also managed to, I believe your goal was to kind of embed yourself within an adventuring party, which you've definitely done. And we spoke about potential gifts for you, and you mentioned picking up a language, magniloquentia, which is, from what I recall, it's sort of like the Latin in the Ironclaw setting. It's kind of like an elder language of sorts.
There was, the original Testaments of Heloise and many of the religious texts are written in magniloquentia. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The Testaments of Heloise aren't. The Testaments of Heloise are written in the Vulgar, the common tongue that we all speak, Calabrese, which was controversial in its day, but apparently has paid off the religion, because here we are 900 years later and it's still important.
There you go. Right. Printing press, give it to the people. That is important. So yes, so if you'd like, you can take that language, gift of language, magniloquentia. I love the names of the gifts in this game. They're all they all seem slightly familiar, and yet I'm pretty sure I've never heard those words before.
Got it.
All right, excellent. So I think we're ready to jump into this.
Did you mention me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you prove that you're the better fighter? Okay.
Yeah, we declared that last time, yeah.
I think the thing was that we all kept joking that you meant better than Connor.
Yeah.
But it was never stated, and I was re-listening to the first episode. You're like, no, I just mean other people. And we all just kept going with the assumption better than Connor.
Gotcha. Well, honestly, I didn't realize that we had completed that goal, but again, for this first one, probably nothing too, not thinking any too specific a gift here. So how about
veteran?
You don't have veteran yet? Then yeah,
Nope.
take veteran. If you don't have it yet, that would be perfect for this.
Yup. Veteran.
Yeah, major purpose of what I like to call the gimme goal, the first one in the game, is after you've played the game and discovered you're missing something, like, man, I keep not hitting people in combat. Have you considered veteran? You can just give it to the players after the very first session, especially because whatever their motto was, that should, their first goal was, that should be what they're trying to do, therefore they should get something. It lets you work together to build the character.
Yeah, that's excellent. And then going forward, I had not played this previously, but we were talking on the Discord about how it's basically a goal per, or a specific gift per goal. So everyone who completes that goal is offered the same gift. In my other group, we were kind of picking and choosing, and that was fun too, on a character by character.
Yeah, you can still mix and match, especially if people get doubles.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, like one way you can do is look at what the character did to accomplish their goal and give them something that would help them do it again better next time.
Exactly, and I really love that kind of the way the mechanics feed back into the actual gameplay and the narrative. It's cool. All right, so As mentioned before, currently you are in the middle of combat with a group of these raccoon bandits. It's the middle of the night. You are along the road, cutting through Mage Cross woods, basically between the town and Triskellion. And I believe that you guys were probably no more than an hour or so down the road from Mage Cross, the village. And as I mentioned as well, these bandits seem to have lost their will to fight in the moment as this spectral form approaches. All of the raccoon bandits are going to basically be taking guard actions if we continue the combat. Currently, Connor, you were rushing to meet Tassobianco in single combat, but he has lowered his guard completely. He's not even looking at you.
Yes.
So let's start with you, since that's the most immediate action here. Are you going to take this advantage to strike?
That is usually frowned upon in chivalrous circles, but usually only when the other combatant is chivalrous, and we certainly know that Tasso is not. So I feel no compunction against approaching and guarding and getting ready to strike next time.
All right. As you approach, Tasso, like I said, his neck is right there, bare and exposed. Not because he's wearing a hood, but basically he's vulnerable to a strike. He doesn't flinch though, and you begin to hear words pouring from the shade. On this map, we're going to say, for reference, the shade is a little bit further down the road here, probably like 4 or 5 paces down the road. He has materialized behind Tasso. The shade speaks in a strange cadence, and the words are utterly alien. They pour out with purpose, but almost as if they are being spoken backwards, with each syllable having a strange sort of sucking quality to it. Everyone sort of freezes there, waiting for it to make sense, but it seems that Tasso is the only one who is actually hearing the words and understanding them, comprehending what the shade has to say. He looks up to you, Connor, and he says, the king wishes to ask questions of you and your men.
Very well.
Wait, does this mean we're not stabbing anymore?
The option is open to you, but I ask that we figure out now if we want to keep going with the combat or if we want to talk this out like men for the time being. There's always the chance we could get back into combat if you guys decide.
Talk this out like people.
People? Sure. Yes. Talk this out like people.
Here.
Of course. Yes, like civilized folk. So what do you guys think? The rest of the bandits, they're not attacking you currently. Those of you who are in close combat are taking guard against you. I guess it's really this guy up here. He's currently actually afraid and reeling, I think, so should update his token.
Yeah, they should all probably be taking focus turns instead of just guarding.
Well, if combat's going to be over, that's why we have another initiative.
Well, I think the one next to Anushka is dying, isn't it? I don't understand what the skull with the line around it is. I don't remember.
Yeah, I've been taking. I was using that for afraid, but luckily, thanks to Arcloid, we've got this nice cheat sheet of statuses. So I'm updating them.
In fact, if you look in the will you get your butt out of the camera? If you look at even the Ironclaw book has recommendations on using colored dots. So yellow afraid, cool. Yellow, So so we would all be standing down like this and very tense, and the combat would end. And if another combat starts, then we'll worry about focus then, because we're focused, they're focused, everyone's focused, the Bannister's focused. So,
Gotcha. Cool.
It's my tree now.
Basically. basically. So yeah. So you guys are. So we're going to say we're out of combat. We're going to hear what this shade has to say. And the shade, although it speaks in strange gibberish, Tassobianco is translating. All right.
Our Cheeling understands him, right? Right?
Oh, does he?
Well, you're a wizard, right?
And
the answer is
technically,
no.
2 of us are wizards.
Well, you guys, this is wizard crap, and I would, but of course you don't because you guys aren't that kind of wizard.
It is a spirit, and if it is speaking in a spirit tongue, I may be able to understand it.
I mean,
because I have elementalist and thaumaturge here.
Yeah, and the answer is you have both wrong kinds of
I would say that the only thing that we would be capable of doing is determining that it is, in fact, a supernatural entity and not some dude.
Well, you don't know triumphant conversations, right? Because you're a Westerner, right?
No,
Yeah,
what I'm saying is it's not some dude covered in bioluminescent, like it or something.
Paint.
It's just a guy. It's a shade or something like that. I'm saying that's the only thing is with supernatural creatures that we can determine right now.
Right.
And is that something that you just have a knack to do, or would you have to make a roll to do that normally?
I'll probably have to make a roll of supernatural. I assume mind and supernatural.
Let's do that. And to both our wizards, if you guys would like to roll mind and supernatural, you may to determine
Sure,
the nature
I
of
will
this
go
creature.
ahead and assist.
All right.
That's
Because
one
I may
success.
as well right here.
All those dice, 1 success.
1 success, hey.
Where my supernatural was. There we go. Bam. Go ahead and roll an extra d12.
That's right, because you're a helper.
Yup. I'm helpful.
So 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes. All right. Father Elrich, you are fairly certain, well, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that this is actually a supernatural being. And it is not a ghost. I know I've been bandying around a lot of these terms interchangeably. It is not a ghost, however. It doesn't have the... with your knowledge of the soul and of white magic, you can tell that this is not an earthly bound soul. This is a shade, something similar but a little bit unrelated. Shades are more of a psychic phenomena. They sort of like are the extreme emotions or mental patterns that cling to the world through some sort of residual force. Shades, unlike ghosts, have many strange eccentricities, and typically exist with a single strong purpose in mind. Less focused on maybe unfinished business, but more along the lines of correcting something that they perceive as wrong with the current universe.
Right. No greater proof exists of the failure of ascension than the shade.
Well said. All right. So, Tasso, who again is wearing a hood and a mask made of bone, made of a skull, he says he listens to the shade as it rambles and says, it asks you, and he's directing this at Connor now, it asks you if you believe in justice and if you are strong of heart.
But of course.
And
That is why I'm here.
And the king says something else, and he says the king would also asks if you serve the false king, Jakoba.
I serve the king.
Tasso kind of sneers at that, but he nods and he addresses the shade now and says, I believe in his loyalty, misguided though it may be. And the king begins to ramble a bit, and Tasso says, the king has a task for you all. If you are bold enough and brave enough to accept it, if you would hear his tragic story.
Connor, can I have a moment? Can we have a moment? Sir Connor, I mean. I apologize, sir, your last name, which is impronounceable to me. Sir Tut.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you could just come over here out of earshot for a moment.
Yes.
How would we know that Tassobianco is not controlling his own shade to say what he wants it to say?
It does seem rather like changing the subject, doesn't it?
Also, we are vetted by the church under threat from the king, the lawful king, to bring Tassobianco to justice, and it seems like he is pulling fast talk on us to try and evade what seems to be his certain capture.
Yes. I'm sure he could make this shade look however he wishes. And because we cannot hear what the creature is saying, we are not certain that it is truly asking us to stay our hand.
I feel as though we should take the charge of the task appointed to us by the church, and in the line of things, the king himself, despite what a ghost in the forest might be saying.
Yes.
There's still people out there who will die if we don't accomplish this.
Yes. The king has made that quite clear.
Humor him if you must, but I will stand ready.
I will humor him as long as it takes me to get close enough to strike.
Again.
Okay. All right then. The Tasso says, "The king awaits your response."
He is no king that I recognize.
All right. At that, Tasso is gonna rise to his feet, and he says, "If you are an enemy of the true king, then you are an enemy to the revenants as well." And he's going to. Well, let's see. I'm going to say you mentioned that you wanted to close distance on him.
Yeah, like put the
So I'll
hands
give
up,
you.
walk close.
Yeah. There's enough time here that you could make that approach. I don't want to jump right back into combat if you wanted to reposition yourself there. So, so let's say you cross back.
Face to face, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's starting the violence?
I guess we are this time.
Yeah, Connor's getting close in an attempt to persuade them, not persuade them, but convince them that he wants to parlay. And then, because once again, this is a shade and we cannot recognize that he is a shade of a king, then he
So
will.
if I understand correctly, you're going to persuade them by hitting them with the sword.
Well, persuade them long enough to get from point A to point B.
Nice.
Honestly, you just went back into conversation distance. That's what you did.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if we're not aggressing, we're not aggressing. That's what
No, we are aggressing. He just had to wait to
He just had
aggress
to
until
walk
he
back
was
first
face
to
to
give his
face.
answer.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be that the GM should position us, and then we're aggressing, so we don't roll initiative because we're just attacking. The bad guys are being aggressed, so they would roll initiative. And notice initiative is based on the range of how far away someone is. So you can roll, if Tasso can roll high enough as initiative, he can have focus and interrupt before he gets stabbed.
Right. That's good. I like that. Okay.
Right. That's the way it's supposed to work. The idea that if other people jump you, we're kind of doing the opposite. A lot of games say if you roll high on your initiative, you get a surprise round to wail on people. Our game's the opposite. You roll to see if you can interrupt people before they get to stab you.
Right. I like that. I like the focus ability is pretty cool. The interruptions, it's pretty cool. So let me just pull up.
We still have the problem that the guy I stabbed is still afraid because I'm still here.
Yeah. All right.
Get away.
Just getting all of my stat blocks up here. So, Okay, so Connor, you approach with your answer. Tasso, he's risen to receive you, but he doesn't have his weapon drawn. We'll see how he does on his initiative. And as you close within range, you begin to lunge to strike, claiming that is no king of yours. Tasso is going to roll 2d8 for his initiative and fail spectacularly.
Yes. And I was going to say that my first action would have been to aim at this point.
All right. Before we jump into it,
you're going to aim, move, and attack?
Well, aim and then attack, because I get 2 actions in a turn, yes?
Yeah, you're starting in melee range. Well, I guess you were in parley range. All right. That is a terrible initiative roll.
Everybody failed. All of these guys are reeling. This is going to be a short combat, ladies and gentlemen. They were not ready for this, apparently. Okay. All right. Well, you are initiating.
If they fail, I thought they just didn't have weapons out.
Right. Is that what it is? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, if failing,
it's a botch, right?
Failing initiative means you don't have weapons out. Not having weapons out is
dangerous.
Is dangerous.
Right, so, but it's not like double ones reeling.
Right. Okay. So I messed that one up.
That means they don't have loaded bows. They're gonna have to spend their whole first action loading. And anyway, we're unloading, and also most importantly, no one's interrupting anyone. So yeah. So Connor aims and attacks, and Tasso doesn't have anything ready.
And just to give you some insight on my reasons for this, I am using my buckler and not a saber, because a saber does critical, and I'm trying not to overkill him because we do need proof.
Oh, okay. There you go. You want something to be able to show.
There's a reason to use mercy, yeah.
That's true. I'll remind you guys also, Brecken seemed averse to killing when not necessary. So he asked you bring him in alive, but understands if it doesn't, if it's necessary, it's better to just remove him from the picture entirely.
Yeah, this is why I want to get knockout strike, because my buckler is a truncheon and can be used to knock people out much better than an edged weapon.
Okay. Tasso is going to be dodging.
Our bucklers truncheons, they should be, but I know cestus are.
You have 2 favorite uses? You spent for that?
Wow.
Well, no, it's the favorite use is that weapon set, that specific set of specific weapons.
Right. No, favorite use is this one particular weapon in the universe.
Oh, so I would need second favorite use to do that?
That is correct.
All right, then I will make it my saber.
Yep. First favorite use is free.
Tassobianco has no evasion.
Oh my god, yep. He does not.
It's like he's a pro wizard and angry badger.
That's plus 1
he does have 3d8 soak, so let's see what happens there.
He's got a good chance.
That's 2. All right, that's 2.
Well, it's 1.
1, which means he's dying.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see.
That means he's down unless he has like a combat save or specialty ability that prevents instant death.
You know what? No, I think he's down.
Not a major character.
He had a couple. He had one trick. He has Die Hard, but that only triggers once you are hurt or injured.
Die Hard doesn't kick in unless he's already wounded.
Right, and he's not.
He has Frenzy, right?
He's not a badger. No.
Oh,
I know that's the twist.
Oh, wait, how much damage was done here? I thought it was just 4 damage, so he's down.
He
to
rolled
3,
right?
I see. Yeah, I understand now. So he escalated. Got it.
The Ironclaw has a reputation for being deadly because people can get killed in one hit.
Right, it's the botch that sealed the deal.
Right, so he's been technically dealt 5 damage, soaked 1, burned to 4. He's dying.
Yep. And if he's not a badger, badgers have the ability to tap frenzy to keep from going down, but he doesn't have that.
No, he's not.
And I guess if you were intending to show mercy, would he just be unconscious instead of dying?
Dying doesn't necessarily mean unconscious. It means helpless.
Well, no, I mean he's dying. I can solve that if his cronies don't try to kill me first.
Yeah.
Right.
So he goes down.
Yeah, he goes down. Let's see what was dying on this. Do we have dying? No? Okay, dying will be a skull then, for the sake of...
I usually flip the token over.
Red X.
There's a red X.
Well, red X is usually
yeah.
Red X is
Yeah,
usually
red X is
dead.
good for Red X is good for it means out. So
Well, I always thought red X was dead because it's the whole token, whereas a symbol is just a symbol.
oh no,
The
I usually
distinction is
remove
soon
them.
to be meaningless.
Yeah, I usually remove them after they're dead. So
Oh, see,
looks
I
good.
always found that they were difficult terrain or some shit when they're lying on the ground dead.
He's out.
Well, that's
I
me,
tend to
don't
remove
them.
tokens as well
Oh.
when they're actually dead. So we can do this for now. So he's out for all intents and purposes. But you know what? I'm gonna add the shade to this as well. Because I didn't imagine you guys were gonna
might have
keep it
pissed
around.
off the otherworldly horror.
Yeah. Let's see.
Go figure,
we
we
got?
shouldn't go against the servants of the Shade's Tail.
Yeah. We'll take this guy.
That's
This
fine.
blue token will be our shade.
Don't stand against the king, the rightful king.
The rightful king. The true king. Well, at least the shade, if we're believing that. The
No,
shade
I'm
of
not
the
talking
true
about him. I'm talking about the legally appointed king.
king. The legally appointed king. All right.
I follow the
Matter
will
of
of the people.
perspective.
And the will of the people is the legal appointee to the throne, is the true king. Not some dead person in a forest.
Gotcha. Well, it seems like the rest of you probably were in on this plan because you had a moment to talk with Connor. I'm not sure about Anushka, but you all see Connor basically strike the surprised Tasso, who lets out a shuddering gasp, a wet cough, and collapses to his knees. It is still your turn in the initiative in the combat.
Well, Connor just ended. I guess I'll go ahead and take a go. I will go ahead and fly out here. That's a simple enough thing. I can go ahead and activate fly, dash, and then finish the stride right up to here. They are in a tree, aren't they?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, I land on the tree so that I can stab them.
All right.
All right, and let's go ahead and get my stabbing implement ready. I have a short sword. And that's going to be damage +1. And impaling.
All right, and they will be dodging because they don't have any weapon ready to parry.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a D8. All right, so one hit goes through.
Yep, so that is
Plus
2
1.
damage, and they must retreat or take more damage.
All right. I'm going to
Being on
say
a tree is dangerous.
the tree is going to make this difficult. So for the sake of argument, I'm going to say there's nowhere to retreat, so you can take an additional damage. They'll take an additional damage for that. I'm going to roll soak 3d6.
It is just +1 for impaling, guys, right?
I believe so, isn't it?
Okay.
That sounds right. Yeah.
I do like to back up your question with a follow-up question. I believe that's right, right?
I need to start writing in the special effects, but he does soak 2 of it, so he's doing pretty good, but he still takes 1.
1. All right, which is going to be cheat sheet. Hurt is orange. Hurt. But still in it. Measure on them through. What is your weapon again?
A short sword.
That'll do the trick. All right.
Yep, just fly in on a corkscrew and just stab him straight there.
Very whooshy. I like it. Okay. We still have Anushka and Father Elrich left to act.
I'm gonna focus. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm not bloodthirsty.
Alrighty, and Elrich.
Did we start with focus?
No,
yeah.
we're the aggressors. We don't roll initiative.
Right. But I'm asking, did I have a chance to pull out my weapon to earn this, or?
We were the aggressors, so we wrote. We have our weapons out.
Okay, I just wanted to know so in case I had my wand out. Otherwise, I was
Yeah. You can either have a wand or a spell, but not both.
Right. Well, I mean, I would want wand out so I could put a spell into it, and then you said spell. So yeah, I would start with my wand out then, and I would load up. Sorry, I forgot my thing here. Repudiation into my wand, and I'll shoot it off at this guy here.
All right, top left. and it's going to be mind, will, and academics. Verse 3, he has no academics. It's just going to be 2d6 to resist.
Yep.
One
so
success.
He is confused.
All right.
I guess technically reeling as well, right?
Because he took a hit,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, the
Reeling
other
of
one should
purple.
too, yeah.
Right. And that's a fun, confused icon, right? This guy also is reeling. Thank you. Keeping me honest.
I am not bloodthirsty. I would just like these people not to attack us, or at least be negatively implied to attack us.
Gotcha. Okay, and you have succeeded. So, let me see if I remember. Confusion. Everyone gets advantages against them. They can't attack. Something like that.
Confused target cannot perceive clearly to a confused combatant, while other combatants have partial concealment. Therefore, confused characters may not counterattack, and other characters may claim combat advantage against them.
Yeah, I mean, short
Cool.
answer, everyone has concealment all the time.
Yeah, gotcha. So if they do try to attack, they're at a disadvantage to do it.
Yeah, and they can't counter because what's going on?
Got it. Okay. All right. I think that takes care of your turn. We'll jump to the other guys. This guy's first thing, he's going to recover from reeling. At his second action, he's going to draw his short sword and hopes to be able to parry the next incoming attack. These guys are each going to the raccoons to the south are each going to ready their weapons. Let's see. This guy down here, number 2, is going to take a shot at Gaston through the tree cover. Gaston, if you like, you can take a d4 cover, and we will roll.
Oh, you're not guarding, are you?
Okay, short bow. There we go. 2d8.
So your holy light's no longer up, right?
That is correct.
Not holy light. You're not holy light is not up, right?
Oh, I appreciate the sentiment anyway.
All right. He fires an arrow off at you. That's a 7 and a 6, which is not terrible.
And that was towards me, correct?
Yes, towards Gaston. And Gaston, you could claim soft cover from the general foliage around you if you'd like.
I got a person with me. I can claim soft cover from them.
That's true too, right? You could retreat
All right.
behind them.
believe
Okay,
that's
where are you claiming cover from?
Yeah. And what is it for that cover? 1d4 or 6?
No.
Cool.
You all right? So you were shot at, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Crud, I don't see your. Which one's your defense roll?
He hadn't rolled
I
it
haven't
yet.
rolled
He
it.
didn't
I'm
roll it
asking
yet.
for like what the cover die is.
Oh, it's a D4.
Okay, 1d4. Bam. Hey, I got a high 5.
All right.
So I think you still hit.
Still hit. Got through with 2. Plus 0. Okay.
Is it a crit weapon?
And is it crit? Yes, it is. It's a crit weapon. Which means is that an additional +1 because he hit with 2?
Yep.
Critical, by the way, is every 2 successes scored +1. Yep.
Get +1. So that's going to be 3 damage coming at you.
Oh boy. Well, let's hope I soak it.
Hey,
Hey!
completely. Well done.
Oh, just tank the arrow like a champion.
Yeah, right. It's up to you how you decide that all plays out. Soaking generally represents your ability to just tank damage or your armor to absorb it.
Twist your body just right as the leather slows it down.
Right,
Just
right.
in time.
All right. Number 6 from the south is going to take a shot at Father Elrich. Same situation
Well,
here.
I was really hoping you were guarding for that light.
Actually, hold up. I'm sorry. I rolled an extra d6 for stupid reason. That's 1 damage. I'm reeling. And
Okay.
There you
I'm
go.
hurt.
Perfect.
All right.
Guy in front of me is also reeling.
Okay, this guy is 2d8 coming at Father Elrich. Now, remember that you have this well, let's see. You do have this wagon. This rectangle over here is your
Well, I mean,
your carriage.
I'm what? I don't a meter away from it. So, and this
That's
guy's shooting
true.
me, who's like literally line of sight to me.
That is true. I'm trying to remember the retreat rules though. I feel like if you can move a stride, you could claim partial cover.
Well, I think it's only on
can,
specific weapons, isn't it?
If you can, the retreat rule is if you're attacked, try to stride to improve your cover. Can you stride to improve your cover?
But I mean, what
Yeah,
is that? Is that an action? I thought that was only a reaction to a specific weapon type.
It's a reaction to an attack, so I'm not sure.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
this is
even then,
a
that would still
ranged
put
weapon.
me into direct line of sight of his attack, so it's not worth doing.
I guess so. I'm ruling that like if you're within a meter of this thing, you can use it for partial cover. So that would be a D8.
I mean, there's a tree right here.
Well, I mean, if that's true, then
suppose-
technically I'm already within it. So
Okay, but it's only soft cover. It's only a D4. Did you tie in the defense roll?
nothing.
He did roll, yeah.
He hasn't. Well, you haven't even attacked me yet.
I haven't rolled either. That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. Anyway, so that's it. We'll give you soft cover then. 2d6 coming at
Yeah,
you.
so you just get a D4. So if you tie, it'll hit the tree.
2d8 coming at you.
Behold the death of Father Eldritch.
High 6. Come on.
Okay. Nope,
Hey.
7.
There you go. The arrow hits nothing but tree. And he's gotta
Tieflings are
reload.
fast on their feet.
Yeah. All right. This confused guy is also going to take a shot at you. I'm going to say he's on the far side of the tree. So if you'd like, you can claim
wait.
partial.
Your last attack, you should roll. Did you roll with my reeling? No, sorry, I'm not reeling.
Not
God
reeling.
damn it.
No, that's okay.
Arcloid's color scheme is not the color scheme I'm used to. It never will be.
Oh, I see. Oh boy. Okay.
I'm used to orange being reeling, so I instantly thought.
Yeah. Gotta relearn this.
Our Arcloids matches what's in the book.
Well, I'm used to what you used to use on map tools back in the day, and
Oh,
you
okay.
used to use orange for reeling. So I blame
Well,
you, Raph.
map tools let us use more. Anyway, so what's up? What's the deal?
I'm getting shot again by somebody else.
Okay.
No, actually, this guy's gonna take a shot at Connor, who just slain his leader over
Oh, I
here.
thought you said the confused guy was shooting me.
Okay, so he loads and shoots.
Time to dodge.
2, 3. Yeah, the confused guy was going to, but I'm gonna say that this tree is giving you full cover. You're on the
Well, he
far
has to
side of it.
Also, the confused guy has to recover from reeling and loading.
That's
Remember, no one has weapons ready.
That's a fair point here, man. Okay, so he will do that then, right? Or does he get 2 actions for being confused, or just 1 action a turn?
He gets 2 actions. One action is to
Alright.
recover from reeling. The other one is to load.
All right, so there you go. He's locked and loaded. Number 4 is going to move down here and get a better line of sight on Connor and take a shot. So Connor, 2d8 range coming at you.
You can't move. All right. See, this is why I'm frustrated. Okay, moving's an action.
Okay.
Loading is an action. Shooting is an action. You get 2.
Right. Okay, so yeah, so I guess he's not shooting you, he's loading.
Yeah. You could load and
And
take a crappy
reposition.
shot, or you could load and move and then take a better shot next round.
Right. Well, let's say that he's moving, better position, loading. Next time he'll aim and fire. And Anushka, you are in you're
I'm in melee with a panic
melee
guy.
with this guy.
who No one ever rallied, and so since I never went away, he's still panicked. He might run away so he could and reload, which would make sense because if he can get out of line of sight, he won't be panicked anymore or afraid anymore.
right. Okay.
It's my tree now.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so he's gonna sprint D6 4. That can get him.
So that's 3, 4, or 5 paces.
Yeah, that can get him right out here. Okay, so he's gonna run.
I will let him go, even though I could interrupt. I will let him go.
Oh, all right then. Let him flee. And lastly, we have the Shade. What's your movement, Shade? Shade has a dash of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'm gonna say he can step over. What's the ruling in this game about unconscious bodies? Or
Half movement costs 2 instead of 1.
okay, well this would be 2 here. 1, 2, 3. All
There's a
right.
gift in the game called Sure-Footed that lets you ignore bodies that are on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Goats have it.
Ghosts have it, really? I guess that makes sense.
Goats.
Oh, goats. Also makes sense. All right. The Shade is going to basically punch you. Shades do not have general understanding of weapons besides, the damage you can inflict with your body. So he's going to roll a d6 at you there, Connor.
I shall parry.
All right. Could be worse. That's just embarrassing.
At least I got that 8.
I mean, yeah. No, I just mean like what? I'm rolling 1 die against like 8 dice over here. Yeah. All right. The shade does not have much of a chance to inflict damage on you, but he is also insubstantial. So
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, that's it for my turn. It's back to you guys.
Connor, you're in danger. What are you going to do?
Well, Connor does not know that shades ignore weapon hits, so let's go for it with a saber, and nothing's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to say for the sake of argument, I don't think we need to roll for this, right? Because even if someone botches or crits.
Unless it counters. If it counters him, it could deal damage to him.
Counter is a macro for this. So roll, and if you roll all ones, I'll point at you and laugh.
Yeah. I mean,
and
his counter is 1 die, so
yeah, if
it's possible.
Counter rolls higher than a 6, then there's no reason for you to roll.
Yeah, so he rolls and swishes.
Right, yeah, because he got the 7. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
And that was my second action game. So.
It's a legit hit, but doesn't do anything.
All right. I'm going to rally Gaston.
That'd be very nice.
It's a might or will? I always forget.
Will and leadership, and let's see if you got a range penalty.
Body's
on
for
that.
soak, speed's for dodge, mine's for initiative, will is for rallying.
Okay, and you're within short range. I don't remember if that's a penalty though.
Short range is a D8 penalty.
Right.
It's
Okay.
more than 4, it's a penalty.
I
So
will
here
at least
comes
be
your
rallied
penalty
once,
die.
regardless.
I'm saying it doesn't matter. I rolled a 9,
And you got a 9.
I can only get rid of reeling, so it doesn't matter. I've succeeded in the one thing I can do.
Wait, aren't you going to stop Tasso from bleeding to death?
I was thinking of making a reason stunt to the people around us that, hey, I can save your leader, but I don't have negotiation, so I can only hope that they fall upon their own mercy.
You're not that kind of priest.
Otherwise, I will load repudiation into my wand, and that's my 2 actions.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I have no negotiation, so I can't reason with them to stop attacking us. And this isn't whatever hill. I'm not going to rush up into my own death.
Well, I guess speaking of rushing into my own death, I suppose if no one's going to save Tasso from bleeding to death, then I should, because you can bleed to death in this game. So
it'd be good of them to survive, unless you fail, in which case you probably will kill them.
So I'm going to move, which and I can fly and move 7, so I can easily get there.
Oh, wait, did he roll his die at the end of the other round?
At the end of the round, roll his body die.
Because it's moot if he died.
Right.
Already.
Fair point. Let's take care of that because you guys did have the first action.
Just roll his body die straight up.
Yep. I believe D8. D8. Yep. Here we go.
Rolls a 1. We're going to weekend at
He's
Bernie's
still
this.
alive.
It says 5 or 6. Replace dying with hurt, injured, afraid, confused, and sick.
No. That's end of round. End of combat.
That's if you get first aid. No, this is just you roll your body die, and if it rolls a 1, you die.
You just die outright. Gotcha. Okay, so just try not to botch.
No, the dying is I'm bleeding to death. I am at the table you're looking at is keep that table open because I'm about to roll on it. Because I'm going to move, guard, and I'm going to attempt first aid, which is a skill I actually have. Because I am a demo character made by Rafferty, and they all have first aid. Okay. Let's see. No, this is our mission, and I know no fear and serve with joy. I am going to tap my personality, which allows me to take a D12 back to my last roll. I'm effervescent. So, hey, nobody dies. Not on my watch.
Don't you dare die on me.
Nope. joke's on you, because my favorite use of academics is medicine.
Oh my
right.
god.
I was gonna
Hey,
laugh.
brought it back around.
I was gonna laugh if this whole haha joke's on you. Every trick in the book keeps failing.
Right.
Well, welcome to. That's why I put a D4 in this. Okay, now he gets to roll on that table you just saw. He rolls his body and species and will, and he gets a bonus D12 because I successfully performed first aid.
I see. So this is going to be 3d8 plus a d12.
Right.
Let's see what happens. Wow. Wow.
Good first aid.
There it is,
What'd
ladies
you
and
do?
gentlemen.
Kneel on his neck?
Oh my god. He
Listen.
had like 12 pre-existing conditions and they all did him in before the bleeding did.
What were those herbs that you used? I was allergic.
He actually had alcohol poisoning from earlier in the evening.
I believe, if I recall correctly, that's instant death.
Yeah, well, no, it actually is not instant death. He gets to make a last-minute speech.
Are
And
those
then-
cotton swabs? I'm allergic to cotton.
I can't believe it. You had this many dice. Welcome to Ironclaw, ladies and gentlemen.
There you
Well,
go.
It's
It was a
okay.
long road.
You're gonna make it.
He removes his mask, revealing a rabbit, not too old either, kind of a lad of maybe like he could have been a soldier or something, but he looks weakly up at Anushka, and he says, "The true king must have his revenge." But then the lights fade from his eyes, and he dies dramatically in your arms, Anushka.
I did
Despite your best
everything-
efforts,
everything I could.
it's true.
Gosh, Ironclaw is such an easy game. You have so many chances to fail.
So many chances to fail.
I do like
Well,
the run up though. If no one else is gonna save this man, I will.
And then he just freaking died.
So Anushka,
Fine,
what were his
I'll
final
do
words again? I was too far away to hear them.
That's not important.
It doesn't matter. I was distracted with something else.
That was
I'm sure it
my
fine.
exciting turn. Wow. Just also what I love about streaming. Look at all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice, and 6 of them all failures. I can't
I
believe.
mean, all the ones and twos. This man was not fated to live.
No, that is
Really?
clear.
Well, that's my exciting turn. He just died my arms.
I guess I'll make an exciting turn next. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't have to recover from reeling. Instead, I'm merely hurt. I will guard and then stab this guy because I don't
Right.
like getting pin cushioned. So here we go, and I now know exactly how impaling works. Will he or can he even retreat? Could just choose to
No,
fall
we're
off the
going to say
tree.
no.
Okay.
I guess
So-
maybe fall out of the tree, but that would lead to its own problems for him, likely.
Exactly. So impaling, as I found out, is that on successes, all successes are doubled.
Yep, it's slaying if it retreats.
So he's going to have to dodge.
Oh,
Or did he, like,
no.
what was his action last turn? He
Okay,
recovered
I
really
think he
did what?
drew. Did he
Okay.
draw his? I think he drew his
Would you
sword.
like
So
to
he
He's
can
gonna parry.
counter right now.
Yeah, would
I
you like
guess
to
it's
rethink
counter.
that falling out of the tree?
All right.
He could still roll a 9.
Yeah. What are we up against here? Oh,
This is
no.
Archer, man.
I don't think he can roll a 9. He's got a 2d8. I guess maybe. I'm just gonna say he counters, so he's just gonna roll 2d8, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's gonna be 2 points coming through.
It's going to be 4, and then he's hurt, so we're at 5 already.
5.
That's a
All right.
hit.
Here's a soak. 3d8.
Actually,
We'll see
wait,
what
no, hold up.
happens.
Successes are doubled, so we're at 4. Damage is +1, 5, and then he's
Yeah.
hurt 6.
6.
There we go.
And
How
who
many
are you
soak
stabbing?
dice does he have?
3.
So
He
dying.
has taken 4 damage.
He's dying.
Yes.
He's down.
I think he falls out of the tree at that.
Blah.
Got another one for you, Anushka.
Probably. You want to finish this one off too? Yeah. I mean, he falls out of the tree and lands with a, well, let's just say a thud that isn't very encouraging.
Crunchy thud.
Crunchy thud. Yeah. He hits a couple branches on the way down.
There we go.
All right.
Trading is good, everybody.
Yeah,
Don't stand
yeah.
in
When you
trees.
can, don't hang out in trees if you can avoid it. All right, and if you're gonna fight in a tree, make sure you bring a short sword. Apparently,
Yep. I think everyone's gone then. We rallied, we attacked, we tried to save somebody's life, and we killed somebody.
okay. Jeez. All right, so things are not looking too great for the bandits here. They still outnumber you if you count the shade. So let's go one more round and see what happens. Is there does my
Well, their
confused
boss
guy?
is dead. They might just flee.
That's true. That's true. It depends on
I mean,
how
technically,
they interpret the shade as their boss.
They should have thought that their boss was dead last round. It just went down.
What do you mean by that? I'm
I mean,
sorry.
How are they doing? We've got one confused guy. We've got one panic guy in semi-retreat. We have one guy who's down. I mean, if they just ran, they could get away scot-free.
Well, if they think the Shade is the true king, then they might be, I can't run away with the Shade's watching me. I live in these woods.
Only the GM knows their loyalty. So
It's true.
if they're loyal to the Shade or if they're loyal to Tasso. I mean, are they really invested in this cause so much they're willing to die for it?
And that's a fair point. There's still 3 of them up. I think they're going to go again. I think they're going to do one.
4 of them are up, aren't there?
4. One of them is confused.
5
right?
of them
So
up
4.
if you count the Shade.
All right,
Yeah.
so they're going to stay.
Yes, they're going to stay.
So
we're going to do one
usually
more
we do
round
one-
to see how things go.
All right, so pick a guy.
Because
I don't
granted,
know.
they still outnumber us.
Oh, I forgot. There's also this guy up here who's afraid.
No, this guy recovered from being afraid because he ran away.
Right.
So
Okay, so pick a guy.
and do his turn.
Like, you pick a guy. You're the GM.
I'm like, yeah, I guess. I'm like, what am I picking a guy to do? Let's do the Shade then. He'll take another swing at Connor with his claws, his spectral claws.
Apparently, he can hit you.
All right.
Yes.
I think
At
at
least
this
in
point,
theory.
Connor would know better than to try to counter after seeing his weapon pass through it. So let's parry.
All right, at D6. Actually, can he? Oh, I guess he could aim, right? He's not moving. So
Yes.
let's do. Aim is without veteran. Aim is a D8 or is it a
Correct,
D6?
D8.
D8. Okay, so a D6 and a D8. Here we go. D6, D8, and you're going to try to parry. You said?
Yes, and I have a 6, so I beat
Oh
that.
yeah. Yep, you
And there's
handily
no need to roll favored use.
and don't even need to roll favored use. All right. So Raph, what did you have in mind? I picked my guy.
No, I meant I mean, if you're fighting, just pick guys and start making them take their turns.
Yeah, you're the GM.
Gotcha.
GM.
Gotcha.
Usually
I thought you were
the
getting
people
at
who are
something.
closest- Yeah,
But yeah.
closest to hostiles.
Right, that makes sense. So, all right. In that case, this guy is going to. Now I forget where he was at. But let's say he's going
Who are
to
you pinging?
the number 3 at the top here. I know he was
Okay,
afraid. I don't
so-
remember. Did he
so,
have his
yeah.
weapon out?
No, because he failed his initiative. So he would reload and either take a crappy shot or move to get a better shot.
Right. Okay. Well, he's gonna reload and move. These guys are gonna group up over here. He's got a dash of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, and then he's done.
And he's done. This guy spent his turn last time, and he's going to take
Yeah,
an
this
aim
guy's
shot
loaded.
at Connor. Yeah, locked and loaded. So, aim shot D12 plus 2D8 with his bow at you, Connor.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Connor, the light protects you. Roll an extra D4.
If he's not is he a sharpshooter? Does he have the gift
He
of
is.
sharpshooter? Yeah,
Yeah.
then there's no range penalty. So
Yeah, they've
Yep,
had
high at
sharpshooters since the
7.
beginning here.
that's
Oh
a
my
hit.
god, one got through. Oh my
I'm gonna
god, one got
re-roll.
through.
Why is my speed at D6? Oh yeah, because it is. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that dodge die.
Okay.
Love that realization. It's like, I am that slow.
Yeah.
All right, and I know that I think I will use my personality of brazen for this. How dare he?
Huh.
Give him a bad look.
Just do like the Bruce Willis turn. All right.
Nope.
So I'm not the only one who can roll low. That's nice
Yep.
to know.
So it's a 1 point hit, +1
And
from the bow. It's not a crit.
That's true. It's not a crit. Okay.
But it is a hit. 2 points. You're sent reeling and soak it.
And that is also a pretty bad soak.
Yes, at least it's not a botch. So I take 2 damage. So that would be
Reeling, hurt,
reeling,
reeling,
hurt, and
hurt
afraid.
and panicked or afraid. Yeah, wow. Wow, that was a good hit.
that was.
Welcome
What
to
was?
Ironclaw, where even a random hit can ruin your day.
Where did the extra damage come from? I see 1 hit went through. The 7 went through.
So it's a bow, so it has a plus. So the base damage is +1, right?
It is. It has. I have it down as +0 critical.
Oh, +0.
Maybe
Sorry, it's
I
only a 1
wrote
point
that down
you're just
wrong.
hurt.
Yeah.
So
My
not
bad,
afraid.
they're short bows. So you're not afraid. You're just hurt.
Just
But
right.
first blood on Connor.
I know. First time for everything. All right.
Okay.
He gives a little arm pump in the
I mean,
tree, like yeah.
Technically, you got first blood.
Oh yeah,
First
you
blood
got first
on
blood all
Connor.
over you.
So, all right, pick another guy.
Yep. All right. Let's do this confused dude over here. He had reloaded last turn, if I recall, and
Yep,
he's gonna take a
he
shot.
can still aim and shoot.
Is gonna be a D8 penalty for him, so you get a D8 with your dodge dice if you choose to use them.
Yep. And a
Okay.
D4 from the tree.
And a D4 from the tree.
Oh, I'm assuming you're shooting
And-
me then.
Yes, shooting at Father Elrich. That's right. Okay,
Doing
short
wizard
bow.
crap.
You get
So
an
you-
extra D4 because you're in 12 meters
It
of me.
literally.
Won't help.
The tree and you are giving me the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. You simply just step away. This guy can barely aim straight.
Well,
Can barely shoot straight.
Wait, did you roll your aiming die?
Oh
D12.
no, I didn't. That's
Yep.
true.
Roll a quick D12. I'm killing Father Elrich.
Yeah, there you go.
Hold on. I had something else. What was the other thing that I had?
Cover.
From
Cover of a
You
D4.
have a D8 concealment bonus because he's confused.
right.
Yes.
That's the thing I was trying to remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so roll that.
Ah.
Nope. You're hit
Aha.
for exactly 1 point of damage.
Well, 2. I'm hurt.
2 because he's hurt.
You're hit for 2 points of damage.
You're afraid.
Nope.
You're soaking.
I'm just reeling, and now I'm still hurt. That's it.
Rehurt.
Gotcha.
Okay. And re-reeling. That's confused guy. All right, we're moving.
We're moving. This guy number 2 is going to, let's see. I think he's going to just aim and shoot. You should be within short range. You're within short range. Gaston. Here it
Yo.
comes. 2d8 and a d12.
Fortunately, I am guarding heavily at this point.
Ooh, 12.
The extra D8 because of that, and I am a veteran now.
That was this guy a veteran too?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I have an 8.
He's got a 12.
I got a 12.
Oh, he does. Well, that's highly unfortunate for me.
Yep. It's going to be only 1 point, I think, goes through, though, right?
Well, but Gaston's also hurt.
Soaking.
But it doesn't
That's
matter.
true, but he soaked both of them, so it's null. And this last guy is also
I
going
am
to aim.
reeling because I got hit.
That's right. Okay. This guy's going to aim and take a shot. Number 6 in the lower corner. Oh, actually, he's reloading, so he's not aiming. Boom, reloaded. And he's going to take a shot at you, Gaston, for 2d6 plus a d8, but also he's outside of short range, so you get a d8 range as well.
Here's the extra D8. So high of a 6.
Guys, actually 3d8, and high of a 6 as well.
It's a tie, and I can claim a lot of cover as my force
Yes,
field
you
will
may.
slowly bounce it away.
Yes, you may. I think that wraps it up for me then.
If you guys don't mind, I'll go first. I'll recover from reeling, and then I'll rally. Gaston, do you use ranged?
Can, I just haven't yet.
Okay, then I'm going to go rally Connor.
Thank you.
When your enter key doesn't work. I believe there's a
Okay.
D8 involved in this,
Yep. Oh, yeah. But you
Alright.
got it.
but I can only get rid of the reeling anyway, so. And that's my turn, because I had to recover
You don't
from
have
reeling.
White Magic Apprentice?
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I do. I get rid of your hurt as well.
Oh, handy.
Connor, that creature, you cannot hurt it. Get away with it before your life is ended.
Yeah, as a white magic apprentice, he can rally people out of hurt. Special power.
I have this literally. It's all in my notepad of my character. I keep thinking of a team player and team leader and things like that.
True leader, you mean?
You know what I meant.
I did. That's how I was able to say it.
Yeah, literally, you ended it with "you mean." Anyway, as my turn, I'm done.
You got a
Okay.
full turn.
Well, I had to recover from reeling, so no, I got half a turn.
All right. Well, we do have a wizard, and we need wizards to injure shades, so Connor will just move closer to number 4. And because climbing also causes reeling, as does running, he will guard and run up to that tree.
Okay.
Anushka.
Anushka, what you gonna do?
No. Well, I'm going to recover from reeling because first aid
Good
is
idea.
stunt because I'm not a paramedic. It's all your fault, stupid shade. Yeah, I'm actually going to negotiate with the shade. Why? Why are you doing all of this? This isn't your world. You can't be here.
Wait, do you have green and purple
Interesting.
magic?
Well,
Um,
Shades, I believe Shades can understand what you're saying. You just can't understand what they're saying.
Yep. So
That's
I'm
my
gonna go ahead and,
interpretation.
I'm going to attempt to reason with the shade.
All right, this is interesting. So,
I have rolled a 6. You can resist with your mind, will, and negotiation.
oh boy. All right, let's see.
Look
Okay.
at all this. Let's blood.
I'm going to say 2d6 and a d8 because this guy was a king. Negotiating is part of that. 2d6 and a d8. I'm just not botching, but rolling ones all day, every day.
You have tied.
It's a tie.
Which means you can decide what breaks the tie. Usually moving away from me breaks the tie. Or your next turn you'll have to take as a focus turn and then answer my question.
Which you
But
won't
we can wait.
understand.
But we have to wait for your turn to see what you do.
Right. Okay. Well, then we'll wait for my turn.
Was that
Did
a
everyone
last
get to go? Gaston, did you get to go?
I've not gone yet, no. I will recover from reeling and then greatly consider, well, I'm getting pelted by arrows and I'm guarding. There's not a lot I can do. I need a ready stuff. But if I stop guarding, I probably die. So I'm stuck in this tree, I think. I guard.
Okay, well, it keeps things simple then. All right. All right. So the shade, which was attacking Connor, turns. It seems to understand what you're saying, Anushka, and it adopts sort of a an quizzical expression, and then begins to speak to you at length. But again, it's all coming out backwards. It's gibberish as far as you're concerned. Although it doesn't seem like it's going to approach you in any kind of hostile way, so it's better than nothing. I think seeing this, the bandits are going to probably take this opportunity to get the hell out at this point. Shoot it in the back. Yeah. You shoot the shade, the bolt goes right through, hits Anushka right in the noggin. No.
Sorry, checking for first aid on herself.
Someone's shooting at me?
No,
Nah.
it was a joke you were
Joke.
here halfway for.
Yeah, because I suddenly this whole thing trained off to shooting me. It's like, what?
Well, if you try to claim cover from a shade, it won't go so well. Yeah. So I think the Shade is now trying to speak with you, Anushka, but the bandits are kind of at their wits' end here, and I think they're going to peel off. If they can, I don't know. I mean, Connor is like hot on the tail of this guy, number 4.
Right. This guy might realize he's being
Okay.
engaged. These
If you
guys
guys-
might retreat.
If you guys run, you have fast climber, and Connor doesn't. So to the trees and out of here.
Connor
Yeah.
does, but he's not going to chase after them if they run.
Right, and also chasing after someone in the rule, you can't run and attack in the game either. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they want to get away, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, I think the fact that the king is now sort of speaking and no longer attacking is going to be enough for them to bail out. So yeah, the Shade seems intent on trying to explain something to you, Anushka. It's now gesturing emphatically.
I will attempt to understand what he is trying to communicate using my knowledge of body language and other things. I actually have the skill of inquiry, unlike you guys. So I have rolled 1 success in attempting to divine his meaning. What was he gesturing? What does he mean? Is he pleading? Is he imperious?
Yeah, let me see what I can give you here.
You know what would be a
I
really good
really
way to
can't-
do this? Is if you got up and started gesturing with the Shade. Tell me, Raph, what can you read from the way that Red
no.
is making his movements?
I draw the line at LARP. Sorry.
Somebody has to.
Why do
But we
even
have cameras and everything.
I mean, like if you communicate one emotion, what would he want to communicate?
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. He seems to be now he seems to be pleading. He seems to be overcome with some sort of grief or regret.